All right. So we're going to go over your quick midterm study guide, and then afterwards we'll go talk about your ethics paper, and that's actually all we're going to do today. Because this actually ended out nicely that we've covered roughly half the material, and then we'll start next semester with files and file systems, which is actually a huge topic in operating systems. So this actually is a good place to stop. What, you didn't think files were complicated?
You said next semester.
Oh, next half.
Sweet, we're done.
Next half of this semester. Boom. Good time. Good one.
You're on the record.
I am on the record, but I corrected myself, so we're good. Or do you want me to stop the recording and do it over? Oh, okay, that's what I thought. All right, you may take your exam online on Blackboard between October 3rd and 6th. It must be completed by October 6th, 2359. That is a Friday. It will consist of problems similar to your homework. Since it's online, I'm going to have to assume that you're allowed to use your book. Keep in mind that since I'm allowing you to use your book, I'm going to have to limit the time in order to ensure that you actually studied for this and you learned it, as opposed to just look up all the answers in the book. Just throwing that out there right now. While I may pull from all the listed terms in your homework, I know there's a lot. Make sure you understand the following. So this is the big things you should look out for. I may pull from a couple extra in your terms, but these are going to be the big ones. First off, process resource allocation, especially that graph and deadlock. So I may give you a resource allocation graph and ask, is there deadlock? What could lead to deadlock? If there is deadlock, what could you do to prevent it?
Was that the thing with the pointy things?
Definitely with the pointy things, with the round happy circles.
Yes, the round happy circles.
So happy circles. Did you want me to color code them for you next time? Or
Yeah.
Okay. What colors would you like?
Blue, magenta, and teal, and purple.
All right, black on white. Got it. So next comes threads versus processes. Make sure you understand what the difference is and how you use them. What they imply, basically. You probably will also want to look into synchronization between the two as well, mutexes, semaphores. Of course, I put that down here as well. How do you use system calls? This was way at the beginning of the semester. Hopefully, system calls, you at least recall what they are. Do look them up a little about system calls, namely read and write, and IOCTL, or IOCTL as I like to pronounce it. Virtual machines, specifically, why are they useful? Y'all probably have experience using these by now, I would assume. VMs? You? Not at all?
Oh yeah, a few seconds.
Okay, good.
Not so well on this laptop, but...
We are going to touch base on at least a couple different multi-programming models. Producer-consumer, single-write, multi-read, thread pools, etc. So make sure you go through those examples in the book before you start this exam. There are different scheduling algorithms. You'll have to go through those as well. First come, first serve, round robin. Shortest job first, and of course how preemption can work with those. I'll be giving you a Gantt chart. And you just need to fill in what happens when. There, perfect. All right, let's see. Make sure you've completed your homework. I may extend some of your homework problems. This also includes your labs. Make sure you have completed your labs and homework. I will probably extend it. Extend problems on those two.
Does that mean there's going to be programming?
Yes, there will be programming, but it will be on Blackboard, and I'll try and make it simple.
Is that going to be timed too?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the whole thing is timed.
Is it going to be separate?
No.
From it? So it's going to be.
Did you ever do this did you ever take a class where I did the Blackboard and then I did HackerRank?
I just had architecture, which had no programming on it. So.
Okay. There'll be programming on this one. It's fill it in on Blackboard. I know Blackboard is annoying, so if you want to attach it as a document, that's perfectly fine. Because I've had hard problems trying to get those when I did templates to get those less than greater than signs in there. Blackboard would not allow it. So if it becomes too annoying, just upload a text document or email me the answer, and make sure you because I'll get a timestamp of when I received it. So make sure you email me within the exam window, and we're okay there. let's see. Multi-process communication, shared memory, message passing, semaphore and mutexes. Make sure you understand how they work. What's the difference between semaphore and mutex? Are they very similar? I forgot to put monitors up here, so let me put that on. I'm probably not going to ask you too much about monitors, but that may come up. Monitors.
Yeah. Monitors.
Deadlock. Make sure you understand deadlock, specifically the 4 conditions necessary for deadlock to occur. What is a race condition? Identifying a race condition in a piece of code. That's going to be a class, definitely be on your midterm. Also, how to fix the race condition will also be on your midterm. Pages and segmentation. So we're jumping a little to the next section. So pages, remember virtual memory with pages and segmentation, how your program can be segmented across different parts. Page tables. Understand how page table works. Good morning.
Good morning.
Understand how page table works. Understands how can two processes share memory through the page table as well. Understand how the TLB and the page table interact, and be ready to calculate your EAT, basically the time it will take.
You go ahead and give us that formula. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's in the book. Yeah, I'm definitely not giving you that formula. You can always, put tabs in your
Control F.
Yeah, Control F. Yeah, wait a minute. Oh yeah, because you got a digital copy.
Yeah,
legal.
Except it balances out because I can't search the keywords. Remember, because it's a sketchy version.
Sketchy version.
Yeah, sketchy.
All right. Understand with binding, compile time, load time, execution time. How do we determine page size? Okay, so that's usually done empirically, but make sure you understand why we choose maybe lower page sizes or why we would choose higher page sizes as well. Understand the difference between demand paging and pre-paging and why most operating systems employ demand paging. Understand what page fault is, and then when we come to page replacement policies, make sure you understand FIFO, least recently used, and optimal page replacement, because you'll be going through examples of those, and you'll have 120 minutes. Make sure you do study for this, because since it's open book, I'm going to be asking a lot of questions to be jammed in 120 minutes. It's on Blackboard. Other thing, keep in mind about Blackboard, I've had Blackboard fail students, and by fail students, I mean you're working on Blackboard and it all of a sudden closes and won't allow you to submit. First thing I highly recommend that you do is once you open up the exam, copy and paste the whole thing into Word. If Blackboard fails, just email me your document and make sure you email it to me before Blackboard ends. Look, I don't like Blackboard either, but the university has chosen to use this. This is just the way we have to do it. Since this is online, I have to do it through Blackboard.
Yeah, it's fairly reliable, but there's always that one time when you need something.
Yeah, it is going to betray one of these students in this class.
Or you're like typing out a paragraph and you hit enter to go to the next paragraph, and it deletes your entire paragraph and you can't undo it because Blackboard.
Maybe what I should do is I'll make the exam where it's just a Word document and you download the Word document, fill it out, and then you upload it.
PDF.
You want a PDF or a Word doc?
PDF.
Right.
That might work better.
Word document is better because PDF you can't really. I don't have the time to edit it.
All right. No, I guess that's how I'll do it. Here's your doc, and then you upload your answers. And if Blackboard still locks you out, just email me your exam within the time window. I think that's going to be best. All right. Good.
I think you should just email everybody a copy of the exam.
And then trust that they don't open it until, wait a minute. Hold on a second, Chris.
Take a read receipt.
Just have us take a picture next to a calendar where we circle the date and have a clock.
By the way, guys, if at some point it's easier for you to write it out by hand, go ahead and do that. Take a picture, attach it to the document. That's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to... I'm going to be pretty lenient about how you turn in your answers. I won't be lenient if they're correct or not, of course. But just give me the answer somehow. Any other questions about the midterm?
I noticed you forgot to put the word cache up there.
What
Yes.
else did I put up here that's like a cache? Let's see, we got TLB, we got pages. I think we have some caches up here.
No.
Main memory, disks. Oh, I didn't put disks in main memory up here.
No one likes discs though.
Oh, really?
Wait a minute, discs?
Process resource allocation. Might have something with caches.
I have a little. Yeah, caches are everywhere, Matt.
Multi-process communication. I think it's just like
So good comment. Any questions?
All I'm saying is there was a homework question that was like, what kind of caches could be in an operating system?
Yeah.
Just a bunch of them.
But he's covered that, but make sure you completed your homework. I mean, extend some of your homework problems.
Yeah, but caches.
They were on your homework, so I can definitely ask that.
You should.
Okay.
Nice.
Caches.
All right. Just for you, Matt. 0 points. But I'll put it on the exam for you. Make you feel better. Any other questions?
Oh yeah, actual question. So like on the architecture midterm, I don't remember which, but one of them it was doing the thingy. Is there going to be one of those on there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you talking about the first in, first out, which points you would visit first, or which part about?
I don't even remember the word for it. Darn. But you didn't, like, in the slideshows, you had a chart, and then in the question, you didn't have a chart. So, like, if you gave us a question like that, would you give us a chart, or would you not give us a chart?
Doesn't matter. You can make charts, can you?
No, apparently.
Oh, well, then I guess you'll just have to accept that, Matt.
I think that's all the questions.
Oh, okay. Any others? From the back row? Wow, there's no one in the middle rows.
You know what the back row is, but I was just noticing with the font size and everything that they have, back rows just as far as back you can get without having to actually see stuff.
I wonder if I can add the font for you.
You could slightly enlarge the projection.
I could.
But then you lose things. Oh my gosh.
Now
Yeah,
it looks
works
angry.
perfectly great.
It does look great. It's like I'm yelling at you. All right. Anything, Tyler?
I'm golden.
Good. John?
The binding, of file time, load time, execution time binding, the only thing that's pretty much covered was the efficiency or.
This is make sure you understand how DLLs and shared objects work,
Okay.
and also understand why we use DLLs and shared objects.
Wink, wink.
Any questions on the midterm, Chris? Nothing? You're good to go? Anything else, John? Nope. All
How many
right.
questions are there?
More than one, less than 5,000.
I'd like to quote the study guide a lot.
Did I say that? Insisted from since it's. Okay, cool.
If you didn't put it in there, you said it.
I definitely said it.
You also said earlier in the semester you don't go more than 10 questions.
That
Well,
you did.
because he was giving us 120 minutes, he did say he was going to.
Well, that's still 12 minutes per thing.
You know, I can also,
His
if
questions
you
are
really want me to
usually
adhere to that, I can,
No.
because I can do one question with like 20 parts.
I don't like your 20-part questions. I don't like them.
Yeah, I don't like those either. I haven't done
Be
the last
ridiculous.
homework
His
yet.
questions
'cause
are
it's
normally
like-
pretty thorough, so 10 questions is generally rough enough.
Oh yeah, speaking of the homework, are you going to have it all graded before the midterm?
Whew, that's a good question.
If not, you should just like, I don't know,